Good morning, everyone. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Welcome to Hand-Built Pottery and Sculpture. Good morning, Miss Diana.
Good morning.
Maria.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Here, Miss Deborah.
Good morning.
You guys can't see me this morning. I'm toe up from the ground up.
You all right?
I'm sure you're just as beautiful as ever, but however, you don't have to put your video on. As long as we can hear you, if you have any questions, it's fine.
Now that I know they show up on YouTube, and no way I'm coming up today. Not me.
Okay, so definitely yesterday, I probably will not be putting that class on YouTube. It was just a class full of information and talking about dates and stuff. So we didn't particularly do anything yesterday. And I'm going to record today's class, even though it's just a really simple, basic suggestion, although there are so many ideas that you can use to make your photography come out clean, to spotlight your artwork, that you don't have to just stick to my regimen. It's just a suggestion. So please feel free to take any inspiration from what I am giving you to be creative and do your own thing. Take risks. All right. So I'm going to just type in the chat what we're doing today in case people start to come on a little later. We are, project for today is, and usually just the way that I'm saying what this project is usually if I am to put this on YouTube, it will be listed just as so. But if you just search Kimberlie Wright's hand-built pottery class, they generally come up right after that. So the rest of the classes. Project for today is creating a suitable backdrop for your artwork. All right. So I just want to say that if you have a simple, nice wall and a counter, like the counter where the sink is at our facility, the Darnell facility in our classroom, sometimes people sit their pieces on that counter, that countertop, and use that backsplash because it's like cream colored. And I asked them to sit in the chair low so that they would just capture that back splash part instead of the cabinets that are up high. Even if you have like a wall that's plain with a cabinet, you are good to go. So there's nothing more that you really need to do to get a suitable place to take pictures. The only thing you want to make sure is that your lighting is proper. And sometimes your camera on your phone, some people might have cameras that they want to take their pictures with. I'm not sure. But usually you can just use your phone. Phones take pretty good pictures these days. If you use your phone, you know, the phone has a flash option on there too to brighten or illuminate the pictures that you do. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It's not going to take that long. Once again, I said it's very simple. So I just went out yesterday and purchased just a couple of items. I told Miss Deborah Bell, she was asking yesterday so she could have her materials. I told her I'd probably get about 4 poster boards. But I still have the 4 poster boards. I can show you what I was going to do with that, but I even changed my materials. So that's why I'm saying to you, sorry, that you can pretty much use anything that your art desires. All right, so far I have the 4 poster boards. That was 1, 2, 3, and 4. I could simply make a box like so, with the sides and everything. The reason I'm just sitting this up here because I'm not really gonna tape it. I can make a box like this and tape the seams or the edges, you know, but make sure they're like together. I'm just holding this up. So, but for today, again, just make it as simple as possible. Even I thought about, what if I don't want to do all that taping, if every time I want to take a picture of different pieces, I want to just switch out. So what I'm going to do is set up a white piece of paper. And these are boards that I know you've seen that are for school displays and science projects. It is the kind that folds into 3 like this. Use it for all sorts of types of displays and projects in school, but it only, the poster boards, I bought them at Dollar Tree for 50 cents, and I think this was only 99 cents. So even if you don't have that, you can build it yourself out of some cardboard box that you save.
Kim, they have those at the Dollar Tree, that 3-fold board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
So I thought this was very simple, and what I like to do is fold it backward first and make sure to get that crease so that it can open up really good for you. And from that point, I'm gonna bring my camera up as if I were about to take a picture of something so that we can get a better view of what's going on.
Kim, I need to ask you another question while you're doing that.
It's no problem.
Is it important that it be white?
Well, I don't know that they sell any other types of display boards but white. I mean, I'm saying at the Dollar Tree, but I'm sure you can buy other color display boards. And what I was gonna say to you all as well is, you are more than welcome to paint your display board. You know, first of all, you wanna go in thinking that, to me, the most simplest, best pictures will be having a white background to highlight your art piece. So it's just like having one of those white paper roll backdrops that photographers use to really put the most emphasis on the subject. So having white is putting the most emphasis on your work. However, if you were to do some kind of, let's say, a gold spray paint abstract, although it might give your, that's just giving your photography some artistic addition. When people look at your piece, they might say, oh, I like that gold in the background. You can see already how that took away from your piece. I don't know if it took away or it added, but it just depends on the artist as it pertains to what you want. So let me just.
Well, one of the reasons I was asking, Kimberly, is yesterday I picked up just a box. I thought, well, a box might work. And it's not white on the inside. They had it at Home Depot, just ready to throw out.
Right.
And I picked it up. So, but I would need to paint it, huh?
No, actually that brown, that box brown might work as well, because it's, as long as it's a smooth, nice color, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That might work as well.
Okay, that's why I was asking, because I grabbed that box. All right, good.
Right, even though you can see the sides here where my hands are, you know, like, that's why I'm still zooming my camera in. Even though the camera that you're about to see when I take the photo of my piece, we're gonna share the photos that I took in class so that you can see basically what my photos would look like. And I see like some gray on this side. It's because of my lighting.
Got
My
it.
lighting
Yeah.
should be a little bit more behind it, so that's what I'm just gonna work on for a minute.
Kim, could you put your camera on, take HD off? In other words, go to video settings and make sure HD is not clicked. And
On
let's
what
see what it
camera?
looks like.
On what camera?
On your video, stop video, the up arrow, go to video settings,
Uh-huh.
and click HD off. Don't click HD. Make sure HD is not clicked. Let me see what happens with that, with your,
I just don't know what you're talking about.
on your stop video on your system.
Oh, you said go to the arrow and do what?
Go to up arrow, select video settings,
Okay.
and then make sure HD has not been clicked. See what happens.
No, HD is off.
Take your you got original ratio clicked, but take HD off. Click it.
HD is off.
It is. Click it on and let's see what happens.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, okay, you got HD, all right. Click it back on.
I just did.
Then that means you need to bring it a little closer. Your sides are already there, okay. Because here's what happens when I click mine off. Hold on a minute. Okay, when I click my HD, you're gonna see my sides. You see?
Can't see anything. See what, Vicky? What are we looking at?
She'll see the size of my system. Instead of showing a little box like that,
Okay.
you see a wide screen.
Okay. That the wider screen is when you have HD on or off.
When I have HD not clicked.
You get the wider screen.
Do you see my chair sitting in the corner? So
Right.
she was trying to narrow our view so that when we take the picture, that only you would see the board itself and not the edges. Is that what you were trying to do, Kim?
No, I'm just saying to you all, because the camera that I'm using to take my class, you
Yes.
are going to be able to see the sides. But when I take my photo, I'm going to zoom in where I'm not able to see the sides, and I will show you all the picture. That's all I was saying. You can zoom in on your camera or anything, but I cannot zoom in with my camera that's posted to my tripod.
That's true. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. All right. So from there, you basically want to get your subject or your art piece. And for this sake, I'm going to have a couple of demonstrations to show you all. This piece, I think I'm going to kind of sit it like so.
It's too low, Kim. We don't see anything. Bring your yeah.
I know, lovely. And so from there, I think I want to, so that something about that tells me I could possibly lift that up
Stand.
to have some kind of prop or box. But for right now, let's go to another piece. All right, so what I'm gonna do is lower the camera for you all. All right. So this is basic. I'm gonna go ahead and just take one photo and then I'm going to basically what I'm gonna say second. All right, let me just take one photo. I'll be able to share the photos with you on the screen. All right. see my shadow right there. And then don't forget that if you have sides that you want to present for that one piece, turn it on each particular side. But for right now, I'm only going to take the opposite side. All right. Just quick, don't forget in your backgrounds, if you have anything, you can add any type of cloth if you like. You know, you can add spray paint, you can add embellishments, whatever you want to do, you can layer cloth. Not sure like what your vision is, but I would say even still for the sake of keeping your own artwork, the object for people to see, if it looks too busy to you, then it might look too busy to somebody else. I like the yellow. I'm going to take this photo and just move forward. And that looks a little busy for me, but hey, if you take a picture and that's how you want to present your work, go for it, as long as it looks neat and creative. Always try to find the light. All right, so I'm just giving them a few more options. You can use cloth, you can use even decorative paper. I have these swatches from Home Depot. They are the actual vinyl sheets the samples, the vinyl sample sheets that are for flooring. Sometimes when you purchase vinyl from Home Depot, or either you can purchase samples, or sometimes they even give them away. I usually ask for stuff like that. So you can set up, you know, especially if you're gonna have something really small, you can set up a piece to have a backdrop with a floor per se, or you can use this as something to make it look like that's the platform for your piece. And don't forget, you can use shoe boxes if you need to elevate something. So let's try that, because I needed to elevate that last. Somebody had a question? Oh. If you need to elevate something, you can get a simple shoe box. You can use cloth on it. Maybe that might help you with to elevate something that was kind of flat or small.
Kim,
Yes?
does the backdrop have to be that high, that wide?
No, I just have mine high because it just helps me go ahead and do different stuff quicker. Like I was able to hang the cloth up there, you know, I'm able to put some paper on there. You can use a box, a small box if you want to. It's up to you. I'm just giving you some suggestions and ideas as to how to take a picture. The only thing is you want to concentrate on is your having a clean background. It doesn't have to be white and having lighting. Sometimes people even take pictures, photos with black background. Y'all know that. Y'all seen a lot of flowers illuminated, but with a black background, but you still have to find your light.
What are those, Kim? What is that you have sitting up there now?
Slippers.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell from the front.
They are shoes, like a flip
Right.
flop. Supposed to be like a garden slipper. That's why it has the wood on it and the cobblestone and the flowers from the garden.
Okay, that's nice.
One more picture and I'm going on to the last one. I think I'll take that up high. All right. So the next piece, I just want you to know that you are more than welcome to also use decorative paper. That might be of some assistance. So I think that already, I'm just going to show two pieces that might look really neat. I like this one. You're going to see why in a minute. And these are those decorative paper sheets that come from those books. And I usually buy mine, they come from art supply stores, but I purchase mine from Walmart. They have them on sale all the time for like $5. All right, so I'm gonna use these two sheets here, which is this marbled kind of pink piece and this piece, and I see that it has like a circle here, so I'm going to make sure to put that in at the bottom, and possibly my artwork that I'm going to present will cover it up. So all I'm going to basically get is probably two pieces of tape, and I don't want to overdo it, so that I could just easily take this apart. It's not like I'm using it to make an art piece, the finished art piece. I just want to use it as a backdrop and possibly take my tools loose so I can use that later. So what I'm going to do is lie this down and kind of put that on the center, but a little bit low of the board, so to speak. Even if it's not straight right now, it's fine. All right. So what I'm, all right, sorry, bring it a little bit lower. I should have had some masking tape. That tape is way too strong.
And did you use a sponge on that print back there with the yellow, green, and black and red?
Yes, I use a sponge for that. You are correct. So I have my masking tape. Give me a second. All right. Make sure those corners are back. All right, I'm just go ahead and do this one first, since I got to repair my jungle scene. But me, I probably would just, if I were entering my art in you all's contest, I would just probably use, not contest, I'm sorry, art walk or art show. I probably would just use simple white to highlight my artwork. Plain and simple. And even if I did want to play with black, I probably would use black or white. So I'm going with that piece first. And then I'm gonna get my art piece. All right, go ahead and take this photo. So I wanted to also mention that, I guess I'll just say that in a minute, make sure you all can see. That looks good. Yeah. And then I
Are
probably,
you using two cameras? One with you videoing and then your other camera?
who needs
Yes.
two cameras?
You have two cameras going, one for your zooming and then the other one. So,
I'm using my camera that I'm using for my Zoom class, but I'm using my phone to take a picture.
so your camera is on the computer that you're doing the Zoom with.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then, okay. Okay.
All right. Moving along to the last one. So what I was gonna say to you all is, even though I gave, these are the projects I gave yesterday. And I'm gonna, hold on one second, Miss Etheria, because I know she's gonna say, I can't hear you. The projects that I gave yesterday, I'm gonna type them in the chat. Those are the first projects of the year. As you can see, once again, I don't want to damage my board because I want to use it for other projects possibly. So I said to you, the clear tape that I had earlier was too strong. It tore off the paper. You need masking tape. Masking tape is a lighter tape to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece on here, even though I sort of busted a hole in it, but just for you to get the idea of what I'm trying to produce. And so I'm gonna put this at my bottom, the hole that's in the paper. I don't have to cut that off because I'm probably gonna use that paper with some artwork later. All right, and so the last piece or picture that I'm going to take is this piece here. And even if I wanted to take 2 pictures with the lid off and the lid on, I can do that as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. Go ahead and take a picture with the lid off. And then with the lid on, just to show the variety of the piece. Handle your pieces with care. All right. Good job. All right. So I hope you've even brainstormed and thought about some ideas that you can possibly do. You don't have to think about that much. It's just as simple as using the white background or just a solid background. But if you choose to be more creative and artistic, just keep it clean and simple.
Is that a piece you might want to raise, sit something up under?
You think so?
Yeah. It's better to me.
Thank you. So one reason I have to move around because you have to make sure once you are taking the picture, if you are at the light, anything like that, you got to find your light. Trying to see what that.
My goodness, who would ever thought? You gotta take a picture of his mouth open, right? To show that the mouth open.
Let's see.
How did you hook that up, Kim?
Probably put something inside the thing to hold it up inside to keep the mouth open. Inside the skull, I guess.
You have a screw or something that's in there, Kim? To keep
Screw it away.
to hook the mouth up to open and close like that. How'd you do that?
I didn't. You know, I got this from Mexico, from that
Oh.
people that does all that bead work.
Oh, okay.
It probably ain't gonna work.
You need something shorter so it will stand up on the inside.
Yeah, it probably ain't gonna work.
Probably inside the mouth. If you put it on the inside of the mouth, all the way
Yeah,
inside there.
like that.
But it's not level from the back of the ball of the head.
Oh,
It doesn't sit on the, well, maybe right there. That looks weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
scary.
moved wherever far.
Yeah.
Mr. Van Dyke said, yeah. All right. So this is the intricate work. These are seed beads all over this piece.
How did you get the mouse to hinge?
I did not. These came from a Mexican, from Mexico. It's a tribe of people
Oh.
that does this type of work. I have no idea. The hinge is right here. I have no idea. It's probably something in there. All right. So one thing I wanted to say to you all is that if the two projects that I gave for, can anybody tell me the two projects that I gave for the beginning of the year so far?
Black History Project and current events.
And
And community,
Well,
Community.
inauguration.
That
Community,
community thing.
community of strength, and Black history.
Oh, yeah, Community of Strength. That was somebody else on the inauguration.
So the two projects I gave was do something commemorating Black history. If you want to get a pencil to write this down, it's up to you. And our next project is communities
Of strength.
of strength.
So you had the Black history piece and the community.
All right. For those of you that don't know, the reason why you have a project to do that highlights communities of strength is because we are trying to get prepared for Older Americans Month, which is the month of May. And that's when we usually have the artist walk, our art exhibit. So this year we're going to have a virtual art exhibit. And that's why I showed you a demo of how to possibly take pictures of your artwork, because I need you all to start taking pictures of the pieces that you want to enter into the slideshow for this year, so that I can start getting them compiled and have them in the video. That's basically all this is. I suggested that usually when we have the show at the center, I usually keep the artwork in a theme, but it does not have to be in a theme. I'm even really flexible and excited to get loose and open up and actually have you all present what you want to present. It does not have to be the thing with everybody else. But for those of you that maybe have a lot on your mind or just need a little push, you still have to make these projects. These are our first two projects for the year. That does not mean you have to display them. You may want to display something that we made last year from the beginning of the time that we did our fruit and vegetable vessel. You have so many projects. You have your Mobiuses. You got so many projects. Even if you have projects that you've made that you've never displayed in the art show, before that, you may, if you want to take a picture of it and present that, that's fine. We usually have a stipulation of you only being able to submit 2 pieces. However, you know, a virtual art show doesn't take that long, so we want to be able to probably submit more pieces this year. You may be able to submit 4 to 5 photographs to me. However, even if you are taking classes from Jamal or any art instructor like Miss Ann King, then your pieces still have to be approved by the instructor. So do your best with taking your pictures, and I'm going to, next class, I'm going to have an email that you can all send the photographs to. So once again, the projects commemorating Black history, you're supposed to make something that deals with our culture, our food, our clothing, our heritage, anything from the time that this earth been turning. We got some type of historical contribution that we have been making to mankind and the earth. So there's something that you can make. We had given some examples yesterday. Like one thing I said you can make was a spoon. A spoon is a very simple thing, but how could you be very daring and change a spoon by adding your own artistic flair to it? You know, giving it some oomph. You know, taking a risk and doing something really different with a spoon, but even still, people are able to recognize that it was a spoon. So maybe you could make I'm just thinking of like right now, what would I do with a spoon? I could make a spoon, and you know how on the top of the spoon where they have the designs, where the thumb handle is, maybe I would put a afro head of Hosea Williams. Like an image of Hosea Williams, because that, to me, that represents that Hosea Williams feeds the hungry because of the fact that it's a spoon. I'm just saying there's so many ideas and things that you can do from your own creativity in your mind that nobody else can take from you and nobody can copy. So the next thing, communities of strength. That is the theme for Older Americans Month this year, 2021. We were talking and speaking with one another, and basically whatever communities of strength means to you, that's what you want to portray through your artwork, communities of strength. I wrote that in the chat. Are there any questions as it pertains to the backdrop or the two projects that I've given? And right now, you know, like somebody asked about the schedule too. I will be calling you all about the schedule, and we will be basically, are there any questions? Nobody?
You must have done a good job. There are no questions.
So I just wanted to say, even though there's no rush to get on these projects, the Older Americans Month slideshow, we have a name coming out soon for the actual event. But I did give the date for the event. You don't have to worry about all those dates that I have given, because if you check your email periodically from time to time, you'll see all of the events and updates that will be posted. And don't forget that if you have not finished the projects that we've previously done, you still have a chance that you can submit those artworks as well. So I don't think I have time today, but what I'm going to do is download those photographs that I've taken today. I haven't even had a chance to look at the work that I've done. And y'all know that was some quick work that I just did. I did not even take any type of measurable time to do it. I just ran through it just to get basically do it, just to show you what you're supposed to be doing. And I said the most important things is to keep it simple and clean, no matter what you do, even if you add some of your own artworks to the background, still keep it simple and clean, where your eyes still, where your artwork is still the star of the show. And when you look at the photograph yourself, you want to be able to say to yourself that you kept looking at your artwork as well. And don't fret if it does not look right. It doesn't take that long. Just take another photo and basically get those sent to me, and I will have the information for where you're supposed to send them next week. And basically, that's it. Oh, so I'm gonna have those pictures up, downloaded, and sent to my email. So the next class, I can share the screen and we can all look at the photos together just to see how the lighting looks. So the first thing was to keep the piece simple and clean so that your artwork can be the star of the show, and always capture the light. Make sure your lighting looks pretty good. I mean, we know we're not professional photographers, but just do the best you can. Anybody have questions about the new 2 projects that I've given out?
No.
Anybody have anything to show and tell?
Huh?
Anybody have an art piece or something they want to show? You had something to say, Miss Carrie?
Yes, I was just listening, not saying I wasn't listening to you, but they just announced that Hank Aaron just died.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
he was 86.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I just wanted to say that.
Oh,
and have COVID, did he?
For sharing.
I don't know, cause it's on the TV now, but it's a special report just came through, so that's how I
thanks so much
backed
for
up.
telling us that.
I'm sorry?
I said, thanks so much for telling us that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Wow. Well, we lost so many people during the time of our lives. However, we know this has been going on since, even you can think about like Egyptian times, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I would say all of it is a blessing to even be here. Death is a part of life. But however, I still say like we've lost so many of the greats, but I just want to say I love you all, and I think you all are so great, and I'm so blessed to have a chance to even be here in this lifetime with you, sharing and living. Thank y'all.
Kimberly, I have some
We love
things
you
to
too.
share. Kimberly,
I'm listening, love.
I have some things to share.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. This is my brush holder. This side has my signature name, Glorious.
You gotta
Hold it up.
put it up some. Hi. Okay. Okay.
And I just did some little designs on the ends. My
Okay.
initials on that side, and then the little holes to hold up tools.
Okay. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It said,
What's on the back? What's on that side?
Glorious.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see it.
glorious.
Yes. That's my signature name.
Okay.
Glorious Gloria.
Yep. And this right here is my flop house.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They have a little sunflower. And my chimney made of brick. And my ceiling.
Your
Wow.
roof. I like your little circular window over there.
Ah. And again, I have my glorious
Glorious Gloria.
and the year that I made it.
Okay.
And then 2 little circular windows on that side.
Okay. That's cute. Why did you have holes in the top? It seems like I see a hole right there on that side.
Yeah, just for my incense to come through.
Oh, okay. That's cool too.
And last but not least, I have my hand.
Be careful. Okay. Whew. I like the hole in your thumb. That's really like a nice size and clean.
Thank you.
Yeah, be careful. All right. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Yep, good job. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So I know you need to get that taken care of. I'll be calling y'all on that soon. So if you young people have any suggestions as to any ideas of what you think we can do to make our class better, or projects you want to do this year in pottery, please just give me just let me know. Like, I'll make it happen. And yesterday I showed one video from YouTube about 30 artists that are doing some like amazing artwork. And then we did some like brain teaser type. We did a brain teaser video where you had to find like picture a object inside of a picture. But however, on the 30 artists, there was an artist that did this wax resist. I don't know, I know some of you heard of this before, wax resist. I just typed it in the chat. We will have a demonstration this year on wax resist. It will not be a class project, but however, it will be another technique that you all can use as a tool to make your artwork come to life as you see forth. Wax resist is really unique in the fact that if you apply wax resist, that's exactly what it does. The wax resists the clay, the colored glaze. And what you're basically doing is using wax resist to make a design, and then you paint over it with a solid type of a color of glaze, and it doesn't have to be solid, it can be multiple colors. However, when the piece is fired, the wax will release, and that particular portion where the wax was will leave negative space of the design that you placed on there, drew on there, dripped on there. It's really depending on how you apply it. So that's basically what I'm gonna give you some more. I'm gonna do some more demos, but however, that's probably one of the first demos that I'm gonna do. Yes. So, any questions?
I don't have a question. I just want to compliment Carrie on her beautiful hair.
Wow, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you
It
so much.
got longer.
Yeah, it did. Thank you.
All right.
It does look, it is much longer. Mhm. You all look so beautiful.
You are so right.
Mr. Howard. Okay, wax resist and wax emulsions and actual melted wax itself are all used in pottery. Wax resist, wax emulsions, and wax itself is all used in pottery. The function of wax resist is to keep liquids such as raw liquid glazes from adhering to the clay body of the pot. The most common use for wax resist is also the most practical. Any speck of glazed material on the bottom of the pot can cause it to weld to the kiln shelf during the firing. Even washing the bottom of the pot off after glazing is not enough to keep pots safe of this fate. Therefore, most potters apply wax resist to the bottoms of their pots before beginning the glazing process. It is very easy to rush this part of the process in your haste to glaze, but it's incredibly important to make sure you wax your pieces as neatly and thoroughly as possible so not to ruin your work in the kiln. But a lot of times, depending on the piece, if it's a really small, delicate piece like a teacup, I always say to you, go ahead and make it a finished piece. If it's something that's going to be hanging on the wall, don't waste your glazes painting something on the back that's going to be on the wall. And sometimes basically the reason why they tell students not to glaze the bottom of their pieces is so they won't stick to the kiln shelf. But however, that's all I have for you today. I hope you feel comfortable with taking your photos for the art show. And don't forget, I asked a couple of people if you can, if you do still have, or if, some people I know probably gave their teapots away as gifts but I'm asking people to please take pictures of their teapots that they made. Somebody asked me if they could take a picture of a teapot that they did not make. I said, yes. Even now that I'm thinking, for this art show, we just want to highlight the seniors' art work from the Harriet G. Darnell facility. So I don't think it's wise to take a picture of well, sorry. These teapots are not even going to be in the art show. Yes, again, if you have a teapot that you just love, that you have in your house and you want to take a photo of it, you are more than welcome to take a picture of that as well. Because I wanted to make some kind of short slideshow of teapots to ask Miss Maletta Buffy Clayton if we could enter it into her tea and hat party as like a slideshow show. So Miss Diana Williams, please take a picture of your teapot and your little teacup. I think it's so cute. And that is so cute. Yeah, you got yourself here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so cute. And the way that you even did that sgraffito in there, it really is nice. And like, sometimes you might have to move around to get certain angles to show your sgraffito because people might not be able to see it just like from afar, but like up close or whatever, you turn, you can see sheen, like a shine in the piece. And you know that it looks really nice. So please do that teapot. And if anybody else made teapots, Ms. Gloria Bell, people in the class, please take a picture of a photo of your teapot for that tea and hat show. And if you want to make a teapot, please go ahead and do that. I was gonna say, would I accept teacups? If you had a set of teacups, somebody might have made teacups without a teapot, but just go ahead and take the picture and submit it. If it looks like it'll fit in with the tea and hat party, we'll go ahead and do that as well. All these events are in May, so you have time. So please get your work, your beautiful works ready so that they can be presented. And you know, the audience that your work will be able to reach at this time, even though we are unfortunately at home, not able to socialize in our class, you all are going to be presented on YouTube, and you do not know how many people or who is looking at your work or classes on YouTube. So the sky is the limit. It's not the limit. And basically you'll have a wider audience to be able to go back and view your work so you can tell your friends and family. And please don't forget to tell any friends that are 55 and older or mature enough to take these Zoom classes. Anybody that you know that was in the classes, like if anybody reaches out to like somebody like Dorothy Bibbs, please let these people know that we have Zoom classes and ask them to join the class. Anybody have any questions, any comments? You can still make your teapots. You'll have all the way to May. So
Can we have other things that we've made in addition to our teacups, Kim?
as it pertains to what? For the art show or the tea and hat party?
Anything that hasn't been in a previous art show or?
Once again, the teapots, I want to make a slide show for the tea and hat party. But I said that you can submit for the artist walk this year. You can submit the Black History piece, the Communities of Strength piece, anything that we made last year, or any previous project that you've had that you have not submitted yet. Anything that you would like. Yes, please feel free. Is there anybody that needs my regular email address for today? But I will have the email address soon for you all to send the photos. It'll be like next class.
Kim, I'm going to send a message to you in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I I can see my face on Miss Etherea's. It looked like a
Clear
computer
box.
screen or TV screen or something.
Look like a display cabinet or something.
I'll be calling you soon, young lady, Miss Beautiful Bell, Miss Deborah Bell. Miss Deborah Bell, you heard me?
Yeah, I heard you.
I said I'll
Thank
be
you.
calling you. It's going good though.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. I love you. And thanks so much for joining Hand-Built Pottery and Sculpture today. My name is Kimberlie Wright. I hope you've learned a lot with creating a suitable backdrop for your artwork. Any pieces that you want to take photos of, and just relax and have fun. Thank you and have a wonderful and blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Everybody, have a good weekend.
You
do
too.
the same.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.